Thank you for tuning in to the Leprosy Mission's final podcast in our series, Serve From Your Sofa. I am Rebecca Parnell. I'm the Church Partnership Officer here at the Leprosy Mission. These podcasts were recorded during the COVID-19 pandemic with social distancing and lockdown measures in place. They were recorded for use in that context, however, the principles and messages shared can be applied at any time. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and hear from us. Throughout the series, we have been talking about the importance of continuing to serve during lockdown, a time when normal mission service opportunities have either been cancelled or postponed. This probably looks slightly different than how you had initially planned. However, serving from home, from your very sofa, is still possible, and you can still make a difference and massively impact the lives of so many people across the world that are in great need. We've already discussed that this can be done through advocacy, prayer, and today we'll be talking about how raising funds and giving generously can enable you to serve. This is a very worrying and uncertain time for many. The charity sector is facing a massive decline in donations due to cancelled events and opportunities to engage with supporters. Unfortunately, it is the projects and those on the field who will feel the impact of this the most. Those who suffer from leprosy already face an incredibly difficult life of poverty and exclusion, and this situation is just going to intensify that. We still want to help and support them during this time by holding community classes on hand washing, social distancing, and providing soap and face masks. These may seem like simple things. However, in poor communities where overcrowded living conditions and shared washing facilities make social distancing so difficult, these simple things are crucial to those who suffer from leprosy who are seriously vulnerable at this time. We are also striving to ensure leprosy sufferers are continuing to receive the medication they so desperately need. This is now very difficult with countries in lockdown and restricted travel. However, we are doing everything we can to enable this to continue. For these vital things to continue, we desperately need your support so those overseas can continue to be a source of hope and light to those most in need. Many of our projects have had to cancel a lot of our critical work in the fight against leprosy. This is because of lockdown measures and now having to care for those suffering from this virus. This includes all medical services that require a group of people to meet together, such as self-help groups and outreach clinics that are there to spot the first signs of leprosy. Some of our outpatients departments have closed to reduce the spread of the virus, and many of our research projects have also been put on hold. Leprosy, like we've talked in the previous podcasts, cause severe nerve damage and disability if not treated soon enough. Our worry and fear is how many people with leprosy will be in a worse situation because we were unable to support and treat them. This is why ensuring our projects survive this storm is critical, so we can ensure there are no more life-altering delays in treatment. Often we can wonder what difference our financial support really makes, particularly if we are only able to give a few pounds. Over the past few months, we as a team here in the Leprosy Mission Northern Ireland have been really impacted and encouraged by a passage in 2 Kings It's found in chapter 4 and verses 1 to 8, and it's the story of Elisha and the widow's oil. I encourage you to put me on hold, to put me on pause and read this passage. When we read about this woman's situation, it seems completely hopeless. She is literally about to lose everything, including her 2 boys. The only thing that she has left is a small jar of oil. We need to learn and be like this woman. God uses the small things we have and performs a miracle. This passage is a perfect example of how our God provides and cares for the individual. His mercies and his blessings are lavished upon us. The little that we give to our God in faith and obedience, he uses it, and out of little comes abundance. With the little that we give to our God, he can do exceedingly more than we can ever think or imagine. That is our prayer here at the Leprosy Mission. That during this time that may seem hopeless to many, that God would provide, and out of little would come his abundance and provision. As part of this miracle, the woman also had to seek the help and support of her neighbours by asking them for their jars. They played a crucial role in the story, however, that aspect is so often overlooked. That sense of community and support is exactly what we need right now, both personally and for us as an organisation. We are aware this is a very difficult and uncertain time, and many have worries about job security and finances, so please let this passage bring comfort to you. Know that God cares, loves, and provides for the individual. And please reach out and ask for help if you need it. Please do not try to struggle on if you are suffering and need help with basic supplies such as food and medication. There are a lot of community helplines available to help, and if you need assistance in accessing them, please get in touch with us. Those affected by leprosy, who are often the most vulnerable and poorest in communities around the world, need your help and support at this time. Something as little as £24 can find someone with leprosy and administer the medication they so desperately need. A donation like this, if you are able, can make such a big difference and completely transform the life of someone affected by leprosy. This can be done from your sofa by donating online at our website at www.tlm-ni.org/donate. You can also become a regular giver online. A regular gift from you is one of the best ways to support those with leprosy over the long term. And also remember, if you are able to gift aid your donation, please do so, as this will increase the impact of your gift by 25% at no extra cost to you. You may also want to get other people involved and do a fundraiser at home. We have seen the efforts of extraordinary people like Captain Tom, or Colonel Tom he is now, raise money from his garden. You could serve during lockdown by doing a sponsored 5k run during your hour of exercise. You could do laps around the garden, hold a virtual coffee morning, or raise money by hosting a quiz on Zoom with friends and family. Serve from your sofa. There are so many options. Funds raised can be donated through our website, or you can also set up a Just Giving page to receive sponsorship. Just search for the Leprosy Mission and link your sponsored activity to our organisation. You may think, how can I make an impact or a difference? But by supporting and raising just a little, you become a vital part of that chain we talked about in our first podcast. A chain that reaches from places here in Northern Ireland all the way to Nigeria, India, or Nepal. Together, we can make a massive impact. Together, with God's guidance, we can see an end to leprosy in our lifetime. You could be a part of something that big, and you could do it from the comfort of your own home. Let's bring some hope and light into this situation and be a good neighbour both locally and globally. Thank you again for supporting us by listening to this podcast and this series. Again, you can find out more information about the Leprosy Mission and more about the 3 areas we have covered on our website www.tlm-ni.org and on our Facebook page. When normal church gatherings resume, we would love to come and share with you in person at your church service, your midweek, your ladies' meeting, or your youth group. You can request a speaking engagement on our website or phone our office on 028 9262 9500. We hope we can talk and engage with you and your church very soon. Thank you again for listening, and God bless.